remove from your life those who thrive on drama. Their chaotic energy disrupts your spiritual tranquility and impedes your growth.
Have you ever felt like your spiritual journey is being weighed down or hindered by the attitudes or behaviors of others around you? In the quest for personal and spiritual growth, it's crucial to cultivate an environment that supports and nurtures your beliefs and practices. Unfortunately, not everyone in our lives always aligns with the energy we strive to maintain. Today, we're going to talk about the importance of keeping a healthy spiritual circle and identify 6 specific types of people you might need to reconsider your connections with to preserve your peace and progress. The first type of person to be aware of is the doubter. Doubters are those who seem to have a mission to question and often belittle your spiritual beliefs and practices. They might not always be overtly hostile, but their constant skepticism can serve as a subtle yet persistent drain on your energy and conviction. In the context of a spiritual journey, having faith and trust in your beliefs is fundamental. It's what fuels your growth and deepens your understanding. When someone consistently casts doubt on these beliefs, it can create an environment of uncertainty and instability. This can be particularly damaging if you're in the early stages of your spiritual path, where affirmations and positive reinforcement are vital. So, how do you handle a doubter? It starts with communication. Try explaining how their doubts affect you and request that they keep their skepticism to themselves if they can't support you. However, if the behavior continues, it might be necessary to limit your exposure to this negativity. Protecting your spiritual well-being often means making tough decisions about who you allow into your personal and emotional space. Next, we encounter the manipulators. These individuals can be particularly harmful in your spiritual life because their tactics are often cloaked in the guise of guidance or concern. Manipulators tend to use your spiritual beliefs to exert control or gain an advantage over you. For instance, they might claim that the universe has a message for you that only they can interpret, or they use your spiritual goals to guilt you into doing favors or making concessions that aren't in your best interest. Identifying a manipulator requires attentiveness to how interactions with them make you feel. Do you often feel guilty or pressured after speaking with them about spiritual matters? Do they use your spirituality as a tool against you, perhaps suggesting that you are not spiritual enough if you don't agree with them or follow their advice? To protect yourself from manipulators, it's crucial to set firm boundaries. Be clear about what is and isn't acceptable in how they discuss and interact with your spiritual life. It's also beneficial to seek guidance from multiple sources. This not only enriches your spiritual understanding, but also dilutes the influence any single person can have over your spiritual direction. If someone repeatedly crosses these boundaries, reducing contact or ending the relationship may be necessary to preserve your spiritual integrity and personal peace. Moving on, another critical type of individual to be cautious of in your spiritual circle is the naysayer. Naysayers are those who consistently react negatively or dismissively to your spiritual experiences and beliefs. Unlike the doubters who question, naysayers often outright reject or mock what you find meaningful. This relentless negativity can be disheartening and may lead you to question the value of your spiritual pursuits. Recognizing a naysayer in your life isn't very difficult. They are the ones who may roll their eyes when you share your spiritual insights or experiences. They might even make dismissive comments that suggest your spiritual practices are pointless or a waste of time. This attitude not only undermines your confidence, but can also cloud your judgment and dampen your enthusiasm for spiritual exploration. Dealing with naysayers effectively involves a few key strategies. First, it's important to not take their negativity personally. Often, their reactions are more about their own skepticism or discomfort than any issue with your beliefs. Secondly, consider carefully how much you choose to share with them about your spiritual life. It may be necessary to limit discussions about your spiritual experiences and practices around them to protect your peace. If their negativity becomes overwhelming, it might be healthier to distance yourself and seek out more supportive communities that align with your spiritual values. Next in our discussion are the energy vampires. These individuals may not always have malicious intentions, but their effect on your energy and spiritual well-being can be just as detrimental. Energy vampires are characterized by their ability to drain your emotional or spiritual energy. They might do this through constant negativity, overwhelming neediness, or by ensnaring you in their personal dramas. Energy vampires often demand a lot of attention and emotional labor, leaving you exhausted and with little energy left for your own spiritual practices or personal growth. The challenge here is that these individuals might be people you care about deeply, which makes managing your relationship with them even more complex. To handle an energy vampire, first, recognize the signs of energy depletion after your interactions. Do you feel emotionally drained, less enthusiastic about your spiritual practices, or just tired after being with them? If so, it's crucial to set boundaries. Explain that while you care about them, you need to protect your energy for your own health and spiritual growth. Limit the time you spend together, or choose environments where their impact on you might be minimized. Sometimes, encouraging them to seek other forms of support like a counselor or group support can redirect their needs away from you, allowing you to maintain a healthier relationship. As we look into the types of people that can challenge our spiritual serenity, we encounter the judgers. These individuals are quick to criticize or pass judgment on your spiritual choices and paths. Their critiques are not constructive but are often harsh and can instill doubt about the personal decisions you've made regarding your spiritual journey. Judgers might comment negatively on everything from your choice of spiritual practices to the beliefs you hold dear. This constant scrutiny can create a feeling of being under a microscope, judged not just for your beliefs, but also for your way of expressing them. It is important to recognize that such judgment typically stems from their own insecurities or rigid perspectives and is not a reflection of the validity of your spiritual path. Dealing with judgers involves a robust sense of self and a firm grasp of your own spiritual convictions. Reinforce your boundaries clearly. Let them know that while you respect their right to their opinions, you also expect the same respect in return. If respectful dialogue isn't effective, it may be necessary to limit your interaction with them, allowing yourself to remain true to your path without undue influence. We address a particularly insidious type that can appear in spiritual communities: the fake gurus. These are individuals who pose as knowledgeable and enlightened leaders, but lack genuine insight or wisdom. They often offer guidance that is misleading and serves their own interests rather than genuinely helping others on their spiritual paths. Fake gurus are dangerous because they exploit the trust and respect that comes with a spiritual teacher-student relationship. They might promise quick fixes to complex life issues or demand large sums of money for their teachings and seminars. Recognizing a fake guru involves scrutinizing their messages and methods. Genuine spiritual leaders focus on empowerment, not dependence. They encourage critical thinking and self-discovery, rather than fostering a cult of personality around themselves. To protect yourself from fake gurus, always seek transparency and accountability in spiritual teachings. Do your research before committing time, energy, or resources to a spiritual leader. Engage with a community of peers who can offer perspectives and experiences about different guides. If a guru's promises seem too good to be true, they likely are. And maintaining a healthy skepticism can save you not only from potential harm, but also from spiritual disillusionment. As we've discussed the types of individuals who may be detrimental to your spiritual journey, it becomes essential to understand how to effectively recognize and address these toxic relationships. Awareness is the first step towards change. By identifying the negative impacts these personalities can have, you can begin to take proactive steps to manage or even remove their influence from your life. It's crucial to stay vigilant about how people make you feel. Pay close attention to your emotions and energy levels after interactions. Do you feel uplifted and inspired, or drained and doubtful? Your emotional responses can be powerful indicators of whether someone is positively or negatively impacting your spiritual path. Secondly, communication plays a pivotal role. When possible, openly communicate your feelings and set clear boundaries with those who challenge your spiritual well-being. Expressing your needs and expectations clearly can help others understand how best to support you. If respectful communication doesn't lead to improvements, then it may be necessary to take stronger measures. Sometimes distancing yourself is the healthiest option. Reducing contact or ending relationships can be difficult, but necessary for preserving your peace and spiritual growth. It's important to prioritize your own well-being, and that sometimes means letting go of relationships that no longer serve your highest good. After addressing and distancing yourself from negative influences, you'll likely notice a significant impact on your personal growth and spiritual renewal. Removing toxic relationships opens up space for more positive interactions and experiences that can enhance your spiritual journey. Engaging with supportive and like-minded individuals can help reinforce your spiritual beliefs and practices. These relationships often bring new insights, encouragement, and a sense of community that can be incredibly enriching. As you surround yourself with positive influences, you'll find that your ability to grow and explore your spirituality becomes much easier and more joyful. Additionally, this newfound positive environment allows for deeper self-reflection and meditation. Without the noise of negativity, you can better listen to your inner voice and connect with your spiritual essence. This connection is crucial for true spiritual growth and leads to a more profound understanding of your purpose and path. Having cleared the path by distancing yourself from negative influences, it's now vital to focus on building a supportive spiritual network. This network will not only reinforce your existing spiritual beliefs, but also offer an avenue for new insights and deeper connections. Building such a network involves seeking out and nurturing relationships with individuals who share your spiritual values and goals. Begin by exploring communities that align with your spiritual interests, whether they are local meditation groups, online forums, or spiritual retreat centers. Engagement within these groups can introduce you to a diverse array of perspectives that enrich your understanding and appreciation of your own spiritual practices. It's also beneficial to participate in activities and events that resonate with your spiritual aspirations. Workshops, seminars, and communal rituals can be powerful platforms for connecting with others who are on similar paths. These interactions provide not only social support, but also opportunities for mutual growth and learning. When building these connections, prioritize authenticity and mutual respect. True spiritual relationships are grounded in genuine interaction and a shared commitment to growth. Be open to both giving and receiving wisdom and support within these relationships, as this reciprocity strengthens your entire network. Maintaining long-term spiritual health requires continuous effort and adaptation. As you evolve, so too will your spiritual needs and relationships. Regularly assess and reflect on your spiritual health by setting aside time for self-reflection and meditation. This practice helps you stay aligned with your core values and keeps you attuned to the progress of your spiritual journey. Incorporate practices into your daily life that nurture your spirituality. This might include routine meditation, reading inspirational literature, or engaging in nature walks. Whatever resonates most with your spirit. Consistency in these practices is key to deepening your spiritual connection and maintaining a sense of peace and clarity. Be adaptable in your approach. As new challenges and opportunities arise, be willing to adjust your practices and relationships accordingly. Flexibility allows you to respond to life's changes in a way that supports your spiritual growth rather than hinders it. As we close this video, remember that the journey of spiritual growth is deeply personal and perpetually evolving. The environments we cultivate, the people we surround ourselves with, and the practices we maintain all contribute significantly to our spiritual health. By taking proactive steps to remove toxic influences and foster supportive networks, you empower yourself to lead a more fulfilled and enlightened life. Maintain a curious and open heart, stay committed to your spiritual well-being, and cherish the connections that bring light into your life. Here's to a journey filled with growth, peace, and profound personal transformation.